Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome. Today's topic is the 1989 Cleveland Indians MLB season. Now, right around opening day, a movie was released, Major League. The movie Major League, starring Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, Corbin Burnson, and Bob Uecker. And in that movie, the Cleveland Indians are depicted as winning their division and going to the playoffs. And so it was. I remember going to the movie and crying, seeing that, seeing the end of the movie. And the character Pedro Serrano reminded me of Rico Cardi, and Rick Vaughn reminded me of Ernie Camacho, and that pitcher who drank Jobu's rum and said, "Up your butt, Jobu," reminded me of Gaylord Perry. And I thought Willie Mays Hayes was kind of a prophecy of Kenny Lofton. So that was a wonderful movie. And 2015, a book came out called The Making of Major League, a just a bit inside look at the classic baseball comedy by Jonathan Knight. And I saw him at a book fair in Rocky River. The thing is, Major League shows the Indians making the playoffs. Major League 2 shows the Indians going to the World Series. The Major League 3 is about the Minnesota Twins minor league team, which was very disappointing. Anyway, I asked Jonathan Knight, I said, they showed the Indians making the playoffs, and we did that, and we also made the World Series, but they never made a Major League showing the Indians winning the World Series. And I asked him about that, and he said apparently there has been talk. There might be a Major League 4 showing the Indians winning the World Series. Some people believe that this movie, and at least the two movies, had an effect, and it showed something happening, and then it did happen. It was like a prediction or a prophecy, or it influenced thinking. And then in the late 90s, we had these tremendous teams at Jacobs Field where they made the playoffs like 6 out of 7 years, made it the World Series twice. Now, again, the Indians were playing baseball at home games at Cleveland Municipal Stadium in 1989. Our record that year was 73-89, so a little bit off. 16 games under 500, not great. They finished in 6th place, 16 games out of 1st. Now, actually, as late as August 4th, their record was dead even at 500, 54-54, a game and a half out of 1st and 2nd place. So, kind of a weak division. So we were a contender for April, May, June, and July before fading near the end of the year. New coach on the team was Jim Davenport. Davenport was from Siluri, Alabama. He played Major League Baseball as a third baseman for the Giants from 1958 to 1970, and he was the manager of the Giants in 1985. Davenport also played college football, and he was a quarterback at the University of Mississippi. And he beat Bart Starr, who quarterbacked the Alabama team, beat him twice. Interesting. And as a rookie in 1958, Jim Davenport has his first major league at bat was the first San Francisco Giants at bat on the West Coast after they moved from New York. He was a 1962 All-Star, won a Gold Glove in 1963, died in 2016 at age 82 in Redwood City, California. Louis Isaac was also back as our bullpen catcher. Charlie Emanuel, who had a very bright future with the Indians, was another coach. Tom Spencer was back. Mark Wiley, who was a tremendous pitching coach for Cleveland. Now on TV, Jack Corrigan was again doing games, and he had a new partner, Mike Hegan, who Mike Hegan's father, Jim Hegan, was some consider the best Indians catcher of all time. Played for the Indians from 1941 to 1957. Now, Mike Hegan was from Hilton Head, South Carolina. He was a first baseman outfielder, played for the Yankees, Pilots, Brewers, and A's from 1964 to 1977. He won a World Series title with the A's in 1972, and he was an All-Star in 1969. For 12 years, he was a Milwaukee Brewers TV guy, and for the Indians, he was a radio and TV announcer for 23 years. Long time. He retired in 2011. He's in the St. Ignatius Athletic Hall of Fame and in the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame. Mike Hegan died in 2013 at in Hilton Head, South Carolina, of heart failure, aged 91. Mike Hegan. Now, Doc Edwards started the year as our manager, but was fired on September 12th. The Indians' record at that point was 65-78. They were sixth place, 14 and a half games out of first. So that was the end of Doc Edwards in Cleveland. And for the last 19 games of the season, John Hart was the manager. Hart was at the time was a special assignment scout. He was from Tampa, Florida, and he was a minor league catcher in the Expo system for 3 years. Also a high school baseball coach, an Orioles minor league manager for 6 years, an Orioles coach in 1988, and then of course he managed the Indians for those 19 games. And then became the Indians' general manager for 10 years, from 1991 to 2001. All those glory years, Jacobs Field, he was the boss, and he really did a lot. I thought he kind of tinkered too much with the team. I disagreed with his trade of Carlos Baerga in 1996. He constantly. Of course, I'm a fan. Fans don't like change that much. Then after leaving Cleveland, he was the Rangers GM for 3 years, from 2002 to 2005, and later the Atlanta Braves GM from 2014 to 2017, John Hart. In the field, Oddibe McDowell was in left field, hit .222, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs, 12 stolen bases in only 69 games. We picked him up in the trade that sent Julio Franco to the Rangers, along with Pete O'Brien and Jerry Brown. And the Indians, McDowell was only in Cleveland for about half the year. He was traded on July 2nd to the Braves for Deion James. McDowell was from Hollywood, Florida. He was a center fielder, played for the Rangers, Tribe, and Braves from 85 to 94. And Chris Berman on ESPN referred to him as Oddibe Young Again McDowell. So anyway, he's in the National College Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 2011. He's currently a high school baseball coach at MacArthur High School in Hollywood, Florida. So Oddibe McDowell. In center field, Joe Carter hit .243, 35 home runs, 105 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, and he played in every game, 162 games. And twice in 1989, Carter had 3 home runs in a game, on June 24th against the Rangers and July 19th against the Twins. So tremendous year for Joe Carter. Corey Snyder had an off year in right field, the average was way down, and only hit .215, 18 home runs, 59 RBIs. Brooke Jacoby was at third base, hit .272, 13 home runs, 64 RBIs. We had a new shortstop, Felix Fermin, hit .238, 0 home runs, 21 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, and he played in 156 games. We picked him up in a trade with the Pirates for Jay Bell. So Jay Bell was gone. Our second baseman was another new guy, Jerry Brown, had a very good year. Hit .299, 5 home runs, and 14 stolen bases. He played in 153 games. He was the man of the year. Jerry Brown came from Texas in the Julio Franco deal. Pete O'Brien was our first baseman, hit .260, 12 home runs, 55 RBIs in 155 games. He also came from Texas in the Julio Franco deal. Andy Allenson was our catcher, hit .232, he was a bench catcher. Allenson hit .232, 3 home runs, and 17 RBIs. Now to back up a little bit, having some difficulties here. Backing up to Felix Fermin, he was from Mao, Dominican Republic. Shortstop, played for the Pirates, Tribe, Mariners, and Cubs from 87 to 96. And on August 2 of 89, he had 4 bunt hits in a game. His nickname was El Gato, or Felix the Cat. He had very quick reflexes. And he's currently a manager in Águilas Ceballinas in the Dominican Republic, and he won 5 championships in that capacity. He's been doing that since 2000. And then backing up again to Jerry Brown. Brown was from Christiansted in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Interesting, the Caribbean. Played for the Rangers, Tribe, A's, and Marlins from 86 to 95. His best year was 89 with the Indians. He later was a coach for the Syracuse Chiefs. And Pete O'Brien was from Santa Monica, California. Played for. He was a first baseman. Played for the Rangers, Tribe, and Mariners from '82 to '93. And he had 169 career home runs. And after that year with Cleveland, he was a free agent, signed with Seattle for $7.6 million for 4 years. And that year, Seattle's payroll, well, in '89, was the same thing for the entire team, $7.6 million. They had the lowest payroll in Major League Baseball, and they were trying to, I guess the fans were getting fed up, wanted to do something. So as I said, Andy Allenson was a bench catcher, hit .232, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. Dave Clark was a part-time DH, hit .237, 8 home runs, 29 RBIs. Joel Skinner was a spare catcher. We picked him up in a trade for Mel Hall from the Yankees. And Skinner hit .230, 1 home run, 13 RBIs in 79 games. Skinner was from La Jolla, California. He was a catcher for the White Sox, Yankees, and Tribe from '83 to '91. He was a Tribe minor league manager from '95 to 2000, and in 1995 he won a championship in the New York Penn League and was Manager of the Year. In 1998 he was USA Today Minor League Manager of the Year, Joel Skinner. And in 2001 he was an Indians coach, and in 2012 he was a manager of the Indians for the second half of the season. So after Charlie Emanuel got fired. He's currently a AAA manager for the Rochester Red Wings in the Twins organization. Another new guy was Dion James, who hit .306, 4 home runs, 29 RBIs, and we picked him up in a trade with Atlanta for Oddibe McDowell. Dion James was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, an outfielder, played for the Brewers, Braves, Tribe, Yankees, and Chunichi Dragons in Japan from '83 to '96. And in 1987 with the Braves, he hit a fly ball which hit a bird in flight and killed the bird, and then James got a double out of that. Dion James. Another guy, another bench player was Brad Kamensk, hit .237, 8 home runs, 33 RBIs, 8 stolen bases in 71 games. Those are fairly good numbers for half a year. He was a free agent. Kamensk was from Lima, Ohio, an outfielder, played for the Braves, Brewers, Tribe, Giants, Orioles, and A's from '83 to '91. And he had a tremendous minor league career. He was the 4th overall pick in the MLB draft in 1979, but he had a modest career in the big leagues. He's currently minor league coach he's worked as a minor league coach and manager, including the Kinston Indians. Brad Kamensk. Albert Bell had the beginning of his major league career. He was called Joey that year, Joey Bell. Later, he wanted people to call him Albert. He hit .225, 7 home runs, 37 RBIs in 62 games. This was the beginning of a tremendous career. Bell was from Shreveport, Louisiana. Outfielder, played for the Tribe, White Sox, and Orioles, had 381 career home runs. In 1995, he became the only player ever to have 50 home runs and 50 doubles in a season. Bell was a career average .295, very high for a power hitter. He had 9 straight 100 RBI seasons. However, he was combative and angry. That was part of the problem with Albert. As a boy, he was a Boy Scout and an Eagle Scout. He was a very good student. He was in the National Honor Society. And he retired at age 34 had a degenerative hip condition. His last at bat, in 2000, he hit a home run. He declined to attend the 20th anniversary of the 1995 Indians World Series, and he also declined to attend his induction in the Indians Hall of Fame. In 2006, he spent 90 days in jail for stalking a former girlfriend, and earlier this year, on March 25th, he was arrested in Scottsdale, Arizona for indecent exposure and a DUI. He's had drinking problems. He's kind of a troubled guy. Apparently he's still troubled, so hopefully he can turn things around. I used to think in 1995 if Albert Bell had a positive attitude, we would have won the World Series, because tremendous player, but he seemed to be angry so much and often mistreated other people. God bless Albert Bell. Another guy off the bench was Louis Aguayo, hit .175, 1 home run, 8 RBIs in 47 games. Aguayo's he was a infielder from Vega Baja, Puerto Rico. Played for the Phillies, Yankees, and Tribe from 80 to 89. In 2008, he was a Mets coach, and he's currently a minor league coach in the Cardinals system. Louis Aguayo. Louis Medina was back, hit .205, 4 home runs, 8 RBIs in 30 games. Another new guy was Mike Young, who hit .186 in 32 games. He was an outfielder, designated hitter from Oakland, California. Young played for the Orioles, Phillies, Brewers, Tribe, and Hiroshima Toyo Carp from 1982 to 1990. In 1987, he had 2 extra inning home runs in a game for the Orioles. The second one was a walk-off. Very interesting. Mike Young. Paul Zavella was back. He had helped in the infield, hit .276, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs in 24 games. Another new guy was Bo Allred, who hit .250 in 13 games. Allred was from Mesa, Arizona, an outfielder, played for the Tribe from 89 to 91. In 1991, a Sports Illustrated article written by Steve Rushin, he wrote that there was a pen-written graffiti in the bathroom at Cleveland Stadium. and some of the writing was this: shoeless Bo Allred, clueless Bo Allred, and clubless Bo Allred. So anyway, interesting story. Another new guy was Pete Delina, hit .143 in 5 games, only 7 at-bats. And Delina was from Fresno, California, a designated hitter and a pinch hitter for the Tribe in '89. His only MLB hit was a double. He's currently in Fresno, California, a baseball coach for the San Joaquin Memorial High School. Pete Delina. Denny Gonzalez was another new guy. He hit .294 in 8 games. Gonzalez was from Sabana Grande de Boya, Dominican Republic. He was an infielder for the Pirates, Tribe, and Giants between '84 and '91. For his career, he hit .206 with 54 hits and 29 runs. Denny Gonzalez. Dave Hengel was another new guy, hit .120 in 12 games. Hengel was from Oakland, California, an outfielder for the Mariners and Tribe between '86 and '89. For his career, he hit .186 with 4 home runs and 18 RBIs. Mark Higgins, another new guy, hit 106 games. Higgins was from Miami, Florida, first baseman, and his career was just in '89 with the Indians. In college baseball, he played for the University of New Orleans, and he's in that University of New Orleans Hall of Fame. He died in 2017 in Duluth, Georgia at age 53. For his career, he had 10 at-bats, 1 hit, and he hit 100. Tommy Henzo was back. He hit .000 in 18 games, 17 at-bats, did not get on, although he must have walked because he scored 4 runs and he had a stolen base. Pat Keedy was another new guy, hit .214 in 9 games. Keedy was from Birmingham, Alabama, played third base for the Angels, White Sox, and Tribe between '85 and '89. He's currently a high school teacher and a baseball coach. Pat Keedy. Tom Magran hit .000 in 9 games, 10 at-bats, did not get a hit. Magran was from Hollywood, Florida. He was a catcher just that 1 year for Cleveland. Mark Salas was another new guy, hit .221, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs in 30 games. Salas was from Montebello, California. He was a catcher, played for the Cardinals, Twins, Yankees, White Sox, Tribe, and Tigers. He was of Mexican descent. He's currently the White Sox bullpen catcher. In 1987, the Twins traded him to the Yankees, and then that year they won the World Series. Salas was not given a ring, but he was given a watch for his role on that team. Mark Salas. Danny Schieffer was another new guy, hit .063 in 7 games. Schieffer was from Jacksonville, Florida. He was a catcher, third baseman for the Red Sox, Tribe, Rockies, and Cardinals between '87 and '97. He's currently a minor league manager for the Devil Rays system. And he was a member of the inaugural Colorado Rockies team in 1993, Danny Schieffer. Now in the pitching rotation, Greg Swindell was 13-6 with a 3.37 ERA, 20 games started, 5 complete games, 2 shutouts, and he made the All-Star team. So good year for Greg Swindell. Tom Candiotti was 13-10, 3.10 ERA, 31 starts, 4 complete games, and he won the Good Guy Award. Candiotti had a good year. Bud Black was 12-11, 32 starts, 6 complete games, 3 shutouts, and he also won the Good Guy Award. John Farrell had a tough year, was 9-14, 3.63 ERA, 31 starts, 7 complete games, 2 shutouts. Scott Bales was another starter, went 5-9, 4.28 ERA, and 11 starts. Rod Nichols was 4-6 with a 4.40 ERA and 11 starts. Rich Yett was 5-6 with a 5.00 ERA, 12 starts, 1 complete game. Now in the bullpen, Doug Jones had a very good year. It was 7-10, not a great one-loss record, but his ERA was 2.34. He had 32 saves, pitched in 59 games, and made the All-Star team. Jesse Orosco was a new guy. Was 3-4 with a very low ERA of 2.08, 3 saves, pitched in 69 games. That's a lot. We picked him up as a free agent. Orosco was from Santa Barbara, California. Had a very long career for the Mets, Dodgers, Tribe, Brewers, Orioles, Cardinals, Padres, Yankees, and Twins from 1979 to 2003. 24-year career. And he pitched in 1,252 games. That's a record. That's the more than any other player in MLB history. For his career, he had an ERA of 3.16. He saved 144 games, and he won 2 World Series for the 86 Mets and the 88 Dodgers. When he retired, he was 46. For the 83 Mets, he won 2 games in one day. And for the 86 Mets, he was a big hero. In the NLCS and World Series, he got the last outs through strikeouts. And so there's a famous photograph of him right after, getting the last out in the 86 World Series. He's on his knees. So we were hoping that some of his, World Series glory would rub off on the Indians. Another new pitcher was Keith Atherton, who was 0-3 with a 4.15 ERA, 2 saves in 32 games. Atherton was from Newport News, Virginia, played for the A's, Twins, and Tribe between 83 and 89, won a World Series with the 87 Twins. And for his career, he was 33-41, 3.99 ERA, 349 strikeouts. We picked him up in a trade with the Twins for Carmen Castillo. Steve Olin had his first year, was 1-4, 3.75 ERA, 1 save in 25 games. Olin was from Portland, Oregon, played for the Tribe from 89 to 92. He was a submarine relief pitcher. In other words, he came through the ball kind of underneath, coming from below. For his career, he was 16-19, 3.10 ERA, 173 strikeouts, 48 saves. So he had a good year. Very tragically, he died on March 22, 1993. He was only 27 in Little Lake Nellie, Claremont, Florida, in a boating accident in spring training. Tim Cruz also died, a fellow relief pitcher, and Bob Ojeda, another pitcher, was injured. So that was a real tragedy for the Indians and for the families of Olin and Cruz. And when he was playing, when he'd take the mound at the stadium, they would play the Beatles song Yellow Submarine. His favorite song was The Dance by Garth Brooks. And in 1995, right after when the Indians clinched the American League Central Division, made the playoffs, manager Mike Hargrove had that song played. And Hargrove said this later, quote, "I thought it would mean a lot to anyone who was there with the Indians at the time of the accident when Olin died. For those who weren't there, it had no significance, but it was still a good song. It was a tribute to those guys, to their families. It was part of our promise to never forget them. We didn't tell anyone we were going to do it. For those who knew, there wasn't a dry eye to be seen. I saw Charlie Nagy. Tears were rolling down his face." And God bless Steve Olin, died too young, very tragic. The Good Guy Award is named after him, along with Frank Gibbons. Okay, Neil Allen was a new pitcher. Another new pitcher was 0-1 with a 15.00 ERA in 3 games. Allen played for the Royals, was from Kansas City, Kansas, played for the Mets, Cardinals, Yankees, White Sox, and Tribe. He was a minor league coach for the Blue Jays and Yankees, a Twins coach from 2014 to 2017, and he was 58-70 with a 75 career saves. Neil Allen. Steve Davis was 1-1 with an 8.06 ERA in 2 games. Davis was from San Antonio, Texas, played for the Blue Jays and Tribe between 85 and 89. And for his career, he was 3-2 with a 6.44 ERA and 39 strikeouts. Brad Havens had no decisions with a 4.05 ERA in 7 games. Jeff Kaiser was 0-1 with a 7.36 ERA in 6 games. Rudy Sinez, or Shawnez, was 0-0, new guy, 3.60 ERA in 5 games. Sinez was from Brawley, California, Mexican-American. Played for the Tribe, Padres, Dodgers, Braves, Rangers, Red Sox, Royals, Marlins, and Phillies between '89 and '08. 19-year career. Wow. He was 41-30 for his career, 574 strikeouts. Won a World Series with the '08 Phillies. He operates the Sinez Sports Academy, where he has batting, pitching, and agility training for young athletes. Joe Skalski was 0-2 with a 6.75 ERA in 2 games. Skalski was from Burnham, Illinois, and just had that 1 year for the Tribe in '89. He had pitched in 2 games and had 2 losses, so that was too bad. Tim Stoddard had no decisions, 2.95 ERA in 14 games. Stoddard was from East Chicago, Illinois, played for the White Sox, Orioles, Cubs, Padres, Yankees, and Tribe between '75 and '89. He had 76 career saves. He's currently a pitching coach for Northwestern University. Very tall guy, 6'7". In college, he played college basketball for the NC State Wolfpack, starting forward, and they won the title with them. And he also won a World Series with the Orioles in '83. He's the only man to win an NCAA title and a World Series title. Currently a pitching coach for the North Central College in Naperville, Illinois. In the 1979 World Series, he was the first player ever to have an RBI in his first first World Series at bat. And here he's a pitcher. Pitched in 485 games for his career, all in relief. Kevin Wickander had no decisions with a 3.38 ERA in 2 games. Wickander was from Fort Dodge, Iowa, played for the Tribe, Reds, Tigers, and Brewers from '89 to '96. For his career, he was 5-1 with a 4.02 ERA and 101 saves. And finally, Ed Wajna was 0-1 with a 4.09 ERA in 9 games. Wajna was from Bridgeport, Connecticut, played for the Padres and Tribe from '85 to '89. He was of Polish descent. And in Polish, Wajna means war. In '86, the Topps Baseball Card Company, they had a production error, and the Wajna card appears 10 times more than any other card. So the 1989 Tribe, yeah, they had an interesting year, and interesting fellows, and God bless all those guys who played for the Cleveland Indians in 1989, and their fans and everyone else associated with the team. Captains of the Cuyahoga, lovers of Lake Erie, Terminal Tower Power, Tribe rules, Cleveland City of Champions. It's been 70 years since 1948. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.